Hey guys, how are you doing today? I thought I would just do a little quick demo on how to make a caramel apple dump cake. It's really a delicious dessert and it's really easy to make. There's no mixing or anything. I'm going to have to divide mine up into two pans because my big pan got broke. But what you need is a square, probably about a 9 by 11 by 8 or 9 by 12 or 9 by 13, whatever the big ones are like that. But anyway, what you're going to need for this recipe is a yellow cake mix. You can use any brand you want. You're going to need some cinnamon. You don't really need it, but I like to put it in there, so that's up to you. You're going to need a 12-ounce jar of caramel melted. You're going to need 2 cans of apple pie filling, and you're going to need a stick and a half of butter. You can use salted or unsalted. I use whatever I've got. I think I've got unsalted today. I'll just buy whatever unless it specifies. But anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to move this over here. What you do is we're going to pretend I'm making the whole thing. I'm actually doing it in half. But you're going to dump both of your cans of apple into your pan. There we go. Get all of that in there. And here we go again. I need a scraper. I should have known that. I do that every time. Okay. I dropped the little apple on my table there. Alright, get all that sweet goodness out there. I'm going to spread that here and show you what it looks like. So simple to make. Okay, so you would spread it out in your big pan like that. But like I said, I'm doing a half a batch for you, but we're pretending it's the whole thing. So you're going to need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Sprinkle that just on top of your apples, like I'm doing here, and I'll show you here in just a moment. I love the smell of fresh cinnamon. It smells so good. Let's see, there that is. Now I'm going to put half a jar of this caramel on here, since I'm having to do it in 2 pans. Make sure. Now, if you don't like caramel, you don't have to use caramel. I happen to like it. Sorry, it's for us, so I can do that. Let's see. Now, what I'm going to do is put half. I'm going to use half of this because, like I said, I'm having to make it in 2 batches. But normally, you would dump the whole thing on top of your mixture. So I'm going to figure that's about half. I'm going to dump that on there, and I'm going to spread it out over my mixture. I think I can put a little bit more on there. Let's see if that's about half. Maybe, yeah, that's about half. Okay. So I'm going to put that all over there. Get that all over my mixture. My hands are clean, so, okay. Now there, can you see that? Okay, now what you do is you put a stick and a half of butter on top of it. And what you need to do is cut that stick and a half of butter into 16 pieces and then randomly spread it out over the top of your mixture here. Do not use margarine. Margarine is I'm thinking, I don't know the percentage, but I'm going to guess here. Margarine is a lot of water. And if you melt it, you're going to notice, especially cheaper margarine, you're going to notice that there's a lot of water. Okay, now you can see that butter on top of there. So what I'm going to do, once I get all that ready, you don't add anything else to it. I'm going to pop that into the oven at 350 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes. And when it comes out, that cake that's on top, the powdered cake mix, it's going to be a golden crunchy because that butter is going to melt. And it is just going to be the best dessert ever. So I will be back whenever this is done, and I'll show you what it looks like. And it's really good. It's a quick, easy dessert. It's a one pot thing, and it's really good topped off with some ice cream. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, and I'll be back whenever it's done and show you what it looks like. So I'll be back. Hi guys, I'm back. I just took the caramel apple dump cake out of the oven, and I've got to get my pot over here. I'm going to hold it up and show you how it looks. Now there's a little bit on here where the cake mix is still kind of dry, but that's okay. The majority of it is, done, but the top of that crust is really crispy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit in my pretty little dessert cup. I'm just going to put a spoonful in it because I haven't had dinner yet. And I'm going to put some Vividly Vanilla ice cream on top of it. We'll put one little scoop of that. Look at that. Don't that look good? I'm going to pop this back in the freezer because I don't want it to melt. Okay, now, if I don't burn my mouth off, we're going to try this. Hopefully that ice cream will cool that little piece off there. But it smells good. My ice cream is melting, and that'll be really rich and everything. So let me see if I can get a bite of that here. Hopefully it's cool. Yep, it's cool. My gosh. I've just died and went to heaven. It's so good. It's really good. I know I've got a lot of haters out there like, I want some of that. She's teasing me. You're right, I am. Because it's so good. And these little dessert dishes, they are not big enough to hold the dessert that I like to eat. But this is so good. Sorry, I'm a pig on live TV here. Shouldn't be, but it was so good. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my video on how to make this caramel apple dump cake. It's delicious. It's easy. Everybody loves it. It'll be a hit no matter where you go. You can substitute any any pie filling you like. Just use a, like you can use your peaches or whatever. But you can even use a chocolate cake mix and use cherry pie filling and make you a Black Forest dump cake. Just make it the exact same way. Just mix up your fruit and then what type of cake mix you're going to do. Just play with it a little bit, and you'll find that you'll enjoy the little new dishes that you come up with. Well, it's been great talking to you today. I'd like to wish everybody a happy Sunday. Keep our military in your prayers, all of them. Without them, we wouldn't have the freedom that we love so much. So, thank you guys.